सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे 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 सर्वं. Good morning. Namaskaram to all. The audio is clear? Yeah, audio is okay? Good, good. Sorry, I'm late. Namaste, namaste. Okay, we'll start. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parambaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudeva Sutan Devam Kamsa Chanuratam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Nashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullarabindayata Patranetra येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः अर्थो वत्सः दुग्धं गीतामृतं महद् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामपि कर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैः रणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगण्डोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Om, good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we are in the 7th chapter, Jnana Vijnana Yogam, and we completed up to verse 6. Etadhyonini bhutani sarvani tyupadharaya aham kritsnasya jagatah prabhava pralayastatha. So all the objects of this world, everything in this world is a mixture of this apara prakriti and para prakriti. So that is very clearly. So Bhagavan has promised in the beginning of this chapter that asamshayam samagram, without any doubt and completely jnanam and vijnanam. I will tell you, Arjuna. So, and the sixth verse he says, the all that objects that you see, anything that is being observed here, right, which is your in our vision in the sense shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandham, whatever we experience here is a mixture of these two, apara prakriti and also para prakriti. If you go to I mean, there is a verse in 13th chapter, Kshetra Kshetraknya Vibhaga Yogam, 26th verse, you can refer later. Yavat Sanjayate Kinjit Satvam Sthavara Jangamam Kshetra Kshetraknya Samyogat Vidhi Bharatarshabha Tadvidhi Bharatarshabha. Hey Arjuna, Sthavara Jangamam, that which is moving or which is not moving. Okay, the ones which are moving or not moving, chara charam, sthavara jangamam, all that, kinchit sattvam. If at all there is an object, okay, anything that is there, any object that is moving or not moving, okay, yavat sanjayate. Yavat sanjayate means when it appears, right? When it appears to you, when it appears to us, I mean, yavat sanjayate tat tat kshetra kshetraknya sanyogad vidhi. It is a combination of kshetra and kshetraknya. What is kshetra? Kshetraknya is deham, right? That is the sthulam, which is gross, and kshetraknya is the jiva. It is the jivan. So that which says in each one of us, which is there as aham, 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 all the time, that I am there. So this plus the body, these together, it is a mixture of kshetra and kshetraknya. Tam vidhi. He Bharatarshaba, Arjuna, know this as a combination of kshetra and kshetraknya. And here it is Edadyonini, the apara prakriti and para prakriti. So it is a mixture of apara prakriti and para prakriti is what is being observed by us. So any object, it becomes existent. Okay, that existence is given by the chit. It is given by the bodham, consciousness. So if any object is not there in the consciousness, or the other means if the consciousness withdraws, then the object is not there. Without consciousness, the mountain does not exist. The mountain exists. The existence of this mountain is only because someone is observing it. Then who is that observing? Is the kshetraknya or the paraprakriti, which is the reflected consciousness. So the reflected consciousness, the existence of a reflection is depends on what? It depends on the original consciousness, right? The reflection of the sun in water or wherever you see the reflection, the existence of the reflection is because of the sun is there. That is why it gets reflected in water. You see a sun inside the water when you take a vessel, sun or moon, whatever. So the reflection, or in a mirror when you see the reflection on the other side, the image's existence is the karanam of that image is me, the true me. So you take it only as an example here. So it means that the para prakriti and apara prakriti, a mixture of these two is that everything in this universe that appears in front of you, right? Now Bhagavan goes to the next level. Seventh, mattah parataram nanyat kinchitasti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Hey Arjuna, mattah parataram na anyat kinchit na asti. Hey Dhananjaya, Mattah Paradaram means Anyat Kinchitanas. There is nothing. There is nothing which is apart from me, which is separate from me. There is nothing in this universe which is separate from me. Right? Then Mayi idam sarvam. Mayi, in me. Whenever say Bhagavan say in me is Brahmam. He is talking as Parabrahmam. So Mayi idam sarvam. In me. In me means in me the consciousness. In me the cosmic consciousness or the Akhanda Bodham. Universal consciousness, that is me. So Bhagavan, whenever he says in me, Mai idam sarvam, all that, all the objects of this world, or everything that is there, everything is this there in all, in me, all these objects of this universe, sarvam, sutre manigana iva, protam. They are all connected together like the beads in a chain. If you take a garland or a chain where it has got lot of beads, the sutra means the thread. Okay, the thread which connects all the objects of this world together. So if there is no sutram, then there is no existence of this universe at all. So here, see, you imagine, you imagine a chain with use a thread. Okay, you take a thread and then make so many beads with the thread itself. Okay, you make so many knots or the beads you make with the thread itself. You know, like this woven. Like many people make, with the, what is it, crochet or uh, many, they make they make bags, etc. with the thread itself. They don't use any other material, right? You get a full curtain, you get a tablecloth, you make a bag, etc. with the thread itself. There is no other material used, only the thread. Like that, with the thread you make so many beads, small, big, and then so many beads you make, and the whole chain appears, right? The whole chain with the so many beads, big, small. What are these beads, or what are these? They are the all that is which is there in this universe. You take human beings, the plants, the animals, or the aquatic animals, the water world, everything, they are the beads of this chain. But what is the material? It is the thread only. So the without the thread, what is the thread here? The thread is compared to the para prakriti. The thread is compared to the para prakriti, and the bead, which is the name and form, which appears as a gross, right? Which appears as a gross, big, small. Say, like you say, elephant or an ant, anything. You take Brahma or the sun, everything. They are the beads of this chain. And what is the thread? It is the jiva. It is the jiva that. Aham, that which says aham, the reflected consciousness, which is the apara prakriti. So this is what Bhagavan said in the previous verse, that it is mixed. But actually speaking, in this thread, this is only the sutram remains. It is all the sutram only. Now you think about what is the cause of this thread, where this thread came. The ultimate truth is cotton, right? Cotton, from the cotton a thread, and from the thread you get all these beads. So the appearance of the objects of this world is the thread itself. It is the thread which appears as so many, or in other words, the thread is equivalent to the Jivatma, and the beads, and so many various kinds of beads you use, maybe color also. You can, if you dye it in various colors, you will get various colors, right? But still, ultimately, it is the thread. And what is the Parama Karanam of this thread? It is the cotton. But what happens is the thread believes that I am the bead. That is ajnanam. That is ajnanam. When the aham, which believes that I am this body, okay, when it thinks that I am this body, it is the ignorance, and because of that ignorance, all the problems of this world, the samsaram. Whereas when the threads looks its original parama karanam as cotton, then it is the consciousness that we are. It is that aganda bodham, right? It is the bodham. It is the consciousness which appears as the thread in this example, and the same thread which appears as the beads. So both the beads and the thread are nothing but cotton. The beads and the thread is nothing but cotton only, right? So the same way, see, there is another example which is given in Upanishads, the Etho Urnanabihi. You know the spider. The spider, the spider brings out its all the web. It creates the web from where? It is not using any other material from outside of itself. The web, the web that the spider makes, it comes from its own body. It comes from itself, and it makes the whole web, and ultimately it, before it goes, it withdraws, it pulls everything back to itself. The same way, there is nothing other than cotton. So that is what Bhagavan says, Matta Paradaram Nanyat Kinjidasti Dhananjaya. Hey Dhananjaya, Arjuna, there is nothing which is apart from me, which is separate from me. All that which appears in you, all that appears to you and me and everyone else here is nothing but me alone. I am the one who appears, who manifests as many. There is no existence of this chain or this universe which is apart from me. Mattah paradaram nanyat kinchitasti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam prodam sutre manigana iva. The entire Gita Saram is there in this one verse. In this one verse, the whole Gita Saram is put. What see in Ishavasya Upanishad, Ishavasya Midam Sarvam. Ishavasya Midam Sarvam. The whole universe is covered in, out, inside, out by Isha, Bhagavan only. 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. So, Ishavasya Vidam Sarvam. Everything that appears is only Bhagavan here. It's all inside out is only God here. God alone is there. Right. In Kathopanishad also. Neha nanasti kinchana. Neha nanasti kinchana. There is nothing other than here. Manasaivedam aptavyam. Neha nanasti kinchana. One who identifies as a body, then samrityor mrityum gachati. The cycle goes on and on and on. One who identifies as the body changes, the body continues its journey, so you get a new body, like that it cycles. Whereas when you identify yourself as consciousness, then there is no death. There is no death for you. There is no death for anyone. I alone exist, and I am Najayate Mriyadeva Kadachit Nayam Bhutva. Remember all this. So Bhagavan from the very beginning says that only, right? From the very beginning. So, but the problem is we have got so much doubts. So Bhagavan explains in various forms. So here Bhagavan says, like Sutre Manigana Iva, I am the thread which is there passing through every bead here. Sutre Manigana Iva Prodam. So this is how it is connected. This is how each and every one is connected here. See, those who are in the IT field and all, they know that there will be an admin computer, no admin, the big computer will be there, and the other slave computers will be, it can be spread all over the place. The admin may be in Hyderabad or maybe some other place in US, doesn't matter where it is, but the all other computers can be anywhere in the world, even on board a vessel, or it can be on aircraft, doesn't matter. Then the admin can access all the computers. It is all they are connected. He can access anywhere. But to access those computers, right, the slave computer or the other computer, the user computer has to give access. He has to accept the access. He has to give access for the admin to enter into his computer. If the access is not given, the problems of that particular computer, that user computer, will remain. Unless and until you give access, the admin takes over. Then you have to just sit and watch. You have to just sit and watch. The admin will solve all the problems of this user computer wherever you are. But you have to give access. Similarly, the jiva, which is always have a lot of problems, doesn't give access to the consciousness, doesn't give access, doesn't look towards the admin. So what happens? He remains with all the problems of this world and the identification with that user computer and the problems. He goes on and on. Unless he give access, there is no way you can relax. Right? So similar. Take this as an example in the right spirit. Okay. So, in the right spirit, you take this example. So here Bhagavan says, Matta paradaram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. There is nothing apart from me. Right? All that which appears to you is nothing but only consciousness. Right? Right. So we'll move to the next one. Seven, 8. So here, now from the 8, 9, 10, 11, etc., Bhagavan tells Arjuna how to go, how to find, how to know the truth, from the sthula to sukshma. Right? We will know it. We will read it and we will see. 7, 8. Rasohamapsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayoho pranava sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham nrishuhu. Rasohamapsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashi suryayoho pranava sarva vedeshu shabdakhe paurusham nrishu. Hey Arjuna, apsu rasaha ham. In water, I am the taste. Right? I am the taste. So that is what Bhagavan says is, from the sthulam, he goes to the sukshmam. What is the karanam? What is the cause of this effect? What is the effect? The effect is water. And what is the sukshma tanmatra? Or what is the subtle from where this water has arise or water has come? It is from the sukshma tanmatra of taste. Right? Aham apsu rasaha aham shashi suryayoho prabha asmi. See, Bhagavan points a way to find the truth from looking into the cause, looking towards the cause from the effect. So Bhagavan says, apsu rasaha aham. Apsu rasaha aham. I am the taste in water. So look at the tanmatra, the subtle form, the subtle of water. That is sukshma tanmatra is rasam. Then Shashi Suryayoho Prabha Asmi. I am the form, the Rupam, or I am the brilliance, radiance, Prabha, radiance, which is there in Surya, Shashi Suryayoho, in the sun and the moon. Know me as the Prabha, know me as the radiance. Look at that Sukshmam, right? From gross to the subtle. Then Sarva Vedeshu Pranavaha. Sarva Vedeshu, in all Vedas, you look at me or you find the cause as Om. Pranavam. Om. Okay, we'll explain this. Om. Then K Shabdaha. The in space, know the Sukshma Tanmatra, the subtle of Shabdam. So Shabdam, already we explained this Apara Prakriti, Bhumirapo Nalo Vayu Kammano Buddhi Revacha Ahankara Iti Yamme Bhinna Prakriti Rashtadha. These are the 8 Apara Prakriti. So already we explained all that. Bhumi, the 5 big elements. What are the Sukshma Tanmatra of that? What are the subtle of that? For the space, it is the sound. From sound only, the space emerged. From the sound, the space appeared. See, from the atom, we know molecules appear. Correct? We have studied in science. It is not the other way around. It is always from the Sukshmam, the Sthulam is created. The same way, you see, the prana or the energy. The energy or the prana is the subtlest of all the matter. Okay, all the matter. The most sukshmam is the most sukshma jadam is the energy. The energy is the sukshma jadam. So the sukshma jadam, the energy, the existence of the energy is only because of that consciousness, or only when the consciousness arises or the consciousness is able to observe the energy, then only there is existence of this energy. Never forget it. So the sukshma jadam of this energy, when it vibrates, when the vibration is more, it becomes the mind. It is called madhya jadam. And when the mind vibrates further, then we have the production of this gross, that is called the sthula jadam. So it is same, something similar like ice, water and steam, right? Ice, water and steam, when it becomes thick, when it becomes more and more gross, it becomes thick. So the what you see here, all that is a mind which has solidified the gross thing, like the bottle or the mountain, anything that is gross. This body is all mind. When it's solidified, it is this body. So from gross to subtle, that is why, see, this kshetrajna, don't get confused by the word kshetra and kshetrajna. Kshetrajna is the same as this consciousness or the mind through which it reflects. Okay, so what I was saying, yeah. So the mind which is solidified, when it solidifies, it becomes solid. It becomes the gross. So even in the solid forms, Bhagavan is there. In the solid form, the kshetrajna is there. The kshetrajna is there in all the charam and acharam, which is moving, which is not moving. Everywhere this kshetrajna is there, right? Everywhere this jiva is there, which is moving, and the only thing is that the manifestation of that or the reflection will be more clear, or we call it sentient, like the humans, the birds, the plants, etc. Even in solid things, there is life. Only thing is, when it looks towards its cause, it starts functioning. It becomes jiva. That is why a solid wood, when the appropriate conditions or the circumstances arises, you will see termites, a lot of ants coming from there. Even from a dead body, okay, suppose you have got a dead a bird which is lying, after some time, even if everything is closed, you can see the worms and the things that is coming out of it. Or think about a rain, one rain, and next day you see so much of flies that is coming out, right? Thousands of flies, they arise, right, and it stays for some time and then vanishes. So all this is because never think that there is no jiva in the things that is not moving. Then what is the sentient insentient? The insentient is that which cannot have an existence of its own, or in other words, the jadam cannot know itself. The jada vastu cannot know itself, or it cannot know other. That is called jada. So that means, see, this is, so I see, I am seeing you, right? So you become existence, or you become existent only because you, means the mountains and the computer and the mic, etc. It becomes existent only because I am able to know. So that chit bhavam, that chit which is there in me, because of which you exist. This bottle exists only because I am able to experience this bottle. That is the only reason this exists. Whether the bottle knows itself or whether the bottle is able to know me, I don't know. I don't know. But it appears it doesn't know me, or it doesn't experience itself. It appears. But we cannot be so sure about it. But one thing is sure, I know I exist, and I also know everything else that is in my five sense organs exist. So is it because of the sense organ is connecting with that it exists? No. It is only because of the kshetrajna in me that it gives existence to every objects of this world. So, like that, this Kshetrajna is there in each and every one of you. It is there in plants, in animals, etc. Right? But when it identifies with the body, when this Kshetrajna, when it identifies, this Jiva, when it identifies with the body or the bead, the previous verse, when it identifies with it, it becomes limited. When it identifies with the consciousness, it is eternal. There is only one consciousness. And that consciousness is what is, Bhagavan says, that through this cause effect, from the effect to the cause, and from that cause to the ultimate cause. This path is Bhagavan explaining here. Rasoham apsu kaunteya. You know that this water is, the water's existence is because of the subtle thing as the taste. Similarly, the rupam is the subtle form of the sun and the moon. Then sarva vedeshu pranavaha. Pranavaha means om. What is om? A u m. A u m. Right? So any sound which starts with a only, which starts with a and ends with m. So everything, all that Vedas, every Veda is, the starting is A and the ending is M. So this is Om. That is the reason Om is the sound. Om is the sound of Vedas. Yes, Chandasam Rishabho Vishwarupaha. Right? Or in Taittiriya Upanishad, it clearly says Om iti Brahma. All that. So this is the glory of Om. That is why here Bhagavan says Sarva Vedeshu Pranavaha. Know the subtle, the sukshma of Om as the uh, Karanam or the cause of all Vedas. Then K Shabdaha, Shabdam, the sound, spodam, it's called also spodam, it is the sound from which the space. Suppose you are able to hear only because of space. We are able to hear only because of space. That is the proof that space is one of the five big elements for the construction of this body. So the Sukshma Tanmatra Shabdam, the sound, is the cause of the space. Similarly, the taste is the Tanmatra or the Sukshmam from to the Sthulam, that is the water. Shabdam to space, Sparsham to air, Rupam to fire, and Gandham to earth. That will come in the next verse. So, K Shabdaha Nrishu Paurusham. In humans, Paurusham. See, Paurusham should not be taken as that's manliness. Is not that you people go and fight with people and things like that. It is not that Paurusham. The Paurusham has got only one meaning. One who tries to realize God with, with that willpower is only the Paurusham. All other Paurusham are not Paurusham. The only Paurusham is one who tries to know self. One who tries to understand self is the Paurusham. And that Paurusham, Nrishu. Nrishu means among human beings, we have got that Vishesha Buddhi, we think. We have that Vishesha Buddhi to understand or to know, to realize God. So that must be utilized. So that Paurusham here. So the Paurusham, the quality, this quality is Paurusham. See, in Puranas, in Bhagavata Puranam or some other, I don't know which Puranam, Brahma first created all jivas, etc. Okay, and he was not happy because all the jivas, he found that they are incapable of knowing God. The story goes like that. And then ultimately, Bhagavan created human being. Brahma created human being. When Brahma created human being, he was very happy. Brahma was so happy that this human being will be able to understand God or realize God, Bhagavan. Then that is the only reason while Brahma was happy. So it is the responsibility of the human being to realize the God. So one who is in the path of spirituality, one who is in the path of knowing self has only Paurusham here. It is nothing to do with the male, female, etc. No. So in humans, definitely it is there because we are humans and there are people who have realized God. That is the only proof that we must realize God. Right? That we are sure. We are not sure about other species. We are not sure of other animals or plants, whether they will be able to realize the truth or not. Right? To know that, we have to be them. Then only we will come to know. But as human being, we are sure. As human being, we are sure it is available. The scriptures clearly says, and people have walked through this path, and God realized people are there everywhere. So that is the proof. Vedas are the proof. So we must realize God. So that is why Nrishu Paurusham Rasohamapsu Kaunteya Prabhasmi Shashi Suryayoho Pranava Sarva Vedeshu Shabdah Ke Paurusham Nrishuhu. Right? This braveness or the vivekam, this vivekam, nityanitya vivekam and all, we found the discrimination, the ability to discriminate between what is real, what is unreal, etc. That is the paurusham here. We'll move to the 9th verse. Punyo gandha prithivyam cha tejaschasmi vibhavasau jivanam sarvabhuteshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. Prithivyam punyo gandha cha. In earth, the holy fragrance, the smell, right? The holy fragrance that we get, after the summer, when you get the first rains, right? You get the smell of this earth. I don't know in cities what smell we get, but in at least in villages, we know that after the summer season when it rains, the first smell that you get, uh, Pudumala we call it, the first rain. What a fantastic that is the smell of earth. So here Bhagavan says, Prithivyam punyo gantahacha. The fragrance. See, any smell we get, let it be any smell, okay? Then let it be perfume or anything. That is the quality of Prithvi. It is only the Sukshma Tanmatra of Prithvi is Gandham. Okay, so this Gandham that we experienced is Prithvi. It is the attribute of Prithvi. So anytime we hear, it is because of space. Any touch that we feel, it is because of the air. Any taste that we get, it is because of water. Anything we are able to see, the shape, it is because of the Agni. And any smell that we get, let it be any smell, good, bad, and all. No, we only give because of our previous data. There is no such thing called a good smell or bad smell, right? Now we have come to such a state that even the fragrance has got. This is the for women perfume, and this is a male perfume. I still really don't understand what it is. It's a, the fragrance, the some of the perfumes, they say it is for the male. Either the male like it, or when the male apply, the female like it. I don't know. Or now they come out with the unisex perfumes. That also I don't know what it makes, what the difference it is. Or for the female, the perfume, whether when they like to wear the perfume, or whether the male will like when they wear this perfume. I don't know. Anyway, that is a different story. So the smell, any smell, is the attribute of the earth. So the Shabda Sparsa Rupa Rasa Gandham, here Gandham, Bhagavan says Punyo Gandha Prithivyam cha. So if you look at the Prithvi and see the root, what is the cause of this Prithvi is Gandham. It is the smell. It is the Sukshma Tanmatra of Gandham that has become Prithvi. Okay, that has become Prithvi. So the cause of Prithvi is smell. Right? Then Tejaschasmi Vibhavasau Tejahacha. In fire, see the Tejas or the brilliance. That is what is the Rupam, that gives Rupam to the Agni. So anything that we see, we are able to see something. It is the seeing is only because of the Agni. Any seeing or any seeing shape is Agni. It is because of the Agni. So it is a Sukshma Rupam of Agni. Right? Then Sarva Bhuteshu Jivanam. right? I am the prana. I am the prana where jiva is possible. The life, I am the life in all objects. This is what we explained earlier. The life is there in everything, right? Only thing is when it becomes gross, we say at matter. But when it is in mind, mind also is matter. And the same mind, when it is at its sukshma rupam, is the energy or prana, or we call it shakti spandanam or vibration. So this is what we explained. There is absolutely no difference between all these three. See, when we listen to this that the mind is matter, people will laugh. But when you say that all the matter is energy only, we understand. There is no doubt in us. Only in between this prana and the matter, when we say the mind is there, we call it the madhya jadam, there is some problem. How is it possible? Okay, so the jivanam, the jivan, right? The life that the life in the prana, it's not the prana, but the life in the prana is me. Because the prana is jadam. The prana's existence is only because of that jiva, the jivatvam, which is the attribute of consciousness, which is because of that consciousness in a mind when it reflects, we call it jiva, jivatma. Okay, so that life which is there, the life that is me, sarva bhuteshu jivanam. Know this very clearly. I don't know, I am trying to explain in various ways, but it is not difficult for you to understand, right? It is, don't take this prana as jivan, okay? The life in prana. See, the air is always available here, right? The air goes in, coming out. So it's freely going in and coming out in a human being. But in a dead body also, air can go and come. But is there any life there? That jivanam, that we have to understand in that way. Okay. Sarva bhuteshu jivanam. In all objects, I am the prana. See, many people think that this tree, etc., there is no life earlier. Then later, the science found that the trees also have life. But our Shastras have told, the Rishis have told earlier that the tree has life. Right? The mountains, the rock, or the wood that is cut, and a wood which is cut and then lying on just on the earth, just lying there. We think there is no life. But when the appropriate time comes, you see termites, so many thousands of ants come out of that same. Try to think from where they have come. So it is there available. Only thing is when that life, see, when that mind, when the mind becomes thick, it was lying like a log. But when it starts looking inwards, it got the life, and it became the ants. So yeah, life is there everywhere. That is why I am there in charam as well as acharam. Remember the 13th chapter, 26th verse. Again, you read, you will know. Sthavara Jangamam. Everywhere I am there. So the Kshetrajna is available in everywhere. Maybe when it manifests through the solid thing, it may not appear to be there. Whereas through a mind which is so clear in a human being or the birds, we are sure, oh, this is sentient because it is moving. It is moving from here to there, it's moving, it's flying, etc. Even the plants, it starts looking towards the sun and then move its direction, etc. So we know that, okay, it has got life. Whereas a thing which is solid, which is not moving, we think that there is no life. It is not that. So we have to be careful when we are walking. We are walking on a life form. That is why in our earlier times, before we put our foot on the earth, we have to prostrate that Bhumi Devi, we call it. It is all because of this. Okay. Tapasvishu tapascha. Tapasvishu tapahacha. I am the austerity in tapasvis. What is this tapaha? Manasascha indriyanam cha aikagriyam paramam tapaha. The concentration of the mind, right? One pointness of the mind is tapas. So that is very much necessary to know the truth, right? So the tapasvis tapaha, because without the mind, without a one pointedness, right? Without that, it is very difficult to realize God. We must be focused. Samadhanam must be there. That quality, that tapas is necessary to realize God. Whether it be a devotee, or whether it be a karma yogi, or whether it be a jnana yogi. Anyone, unless and until he cannot focus. A devotee must focus always on God, Bhagavan. A karma yogi must do all his karma as a service to others. There also, they must see Sarvam Brahmamayam then. So, in Jnana Yogi also, one who concentrates and studies scriptures again and again and contemplates, that there also tapas is necessary. That is why tapaha, tapasvishu tapaha cha. I am the tapaha in tapasvi. Punyo gandha prithivyam cha तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु. Please read this commentary and then contemplate on it. Think about it. Why he says Jivanam Sarva Bhuteshu. And take the 13th chapter and 26th verse. That also you read the commentary and think about it. Work on it. Think about it. How they are coming. You see, Vedanta is not a theory or something. It is life itself. It is our own life. So we have to look outside. We have to see other lives. How the ants move, how they fly, or how the birds are living there, and what is happening around. Everything we have to understand. We have to see and contemplate, think, right? Then only the Samadarshanam will be there, which is the ultimate goal. We'll move to the 10th verse, right? Like the 10th verse, yeah. 9 we finished? Yeah, 9 we finished. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejasvinamaham. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi tejasvinamaham. Hey Partha, hey Arjuna, mam sarva bhutanam, me. No, we Parabrahmam. The moment Krishna says me, is Parabrahmam. Is talking about, he is identifying himself as Parabrahmam, right? Sarva Bhutanam, everything in this universe. Sanatanam Bijam Vidhi. Know me as the seed. Know me as the seed in everything. Right? Bijam Mam Vidhi. I am the Adikaranam. I am the first cause. Tejasvinam Tejaha Aham. I am that brilliance or tejas in among the tejasvi, the bright people. Okay, bright people means those who have realized God. I am the tejas in the tejasvinam. Then, yeah, tejasvinam big vidhi. Something I missed. Bijam vidhi buddhimatam buddhihi. Buddhimatam. Buddhimam, among the intelligent people, know me as the Buddhi. Sukshma Buddhi. Okay. Here, Sukshma Buddhi is that Buddhi which looks towards the innermost self. One who's this is a right word, the. Right? The is that spiritual intelligence. Okay. The intelligence which wants to find our true nature. That buddhi, buddhimatam buddhi, tejasvinam tejaha aham. All that is me only. Paramatma, the bodham, akanda bodham. That is the parama karanam. Consciousness, ultimate consciousness is the truth, or it is the cause of everything, which is there in you, in me, and in everything else. That which never dies, which is never born, which never have any death. That is the ultimate cause. That bodham, consciousness, simple thing. It is not so difficult. We are not able to see because yato vacho nivartande aprapya manasa saha. You cannot perceive that with your eyes, with your ears or smells, etc., which is not possible. That does not mean it is not there. See, in Chandogya Upanishad, Uddalaga Rishi, okay, Uddalaga Rishi, his son's name is Shvetaketu. So he explains Shvetaketu. He tells him that he tells you, okay, bring the seed of a banyan tree. See, he brought the fruit. Okay, if you those who want to know, you can Google and then find out. Those who have not seen this fruit of a banyan tree. It is a fruit of this size, and he told him, okay, you open it. When he opened it, there are hundreds of seeds inside that, very small seeds. Then he asked him, break it again. So he broke each seed, broke it. Then he asked him, do you see that huge banyan tree there? Can you see that banyan tree inside the seed, which is so small? Which is so small? Open it, he said. No, you can't see. So, does that mean that this huge banyan tree, which spreads over so many meters or that much area it covers, this banyan tree, are you able, like a forest, are you able to see that forest inside this? No. Does that mean it is not there? You don't see with your eyes does not mean it is not there. So, like that, Bijam Mom, you know me as the seed of this universe, which is Anantam, which is so huge, which you cannot see, which you cannot judge, right? It is so huge. Now the scientists are talking about multiverses, galaxies and multiverse, etc. So such a huge thing is come from that seed of consciousness. Okay. Bijam mam sarvabhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam. Sanatanam bijam vidhi. It is eternal. It is ever there. It was always there. Right? It was before the manifestation also was there. Yatova ima nibhuta nijayante ye najata nijivanti yat prayantya abhisamvisanti tad vijijnasasva tad brahmeti. In me, everything, all that which appears, all the universe emerges, stays for some time, and then it goes back, dissolutes, right? So that is me, that I am the bijam of all. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha sanatanam buddhir buddhimatam asmi. Among intelligent people, I am the intelligence. See, Bhagavan shows a path to see the cause effect. So once you know the cause, the effect merges in the cause, right? The effect is no different from the cause, right? The effect is a snake. What is the cause? The cause is the rope. The snake that you see on a rope is no different from the rope. What you are seeing is the rope. Similarly, the mirage that you see, the appearance of water on a desert is the effect. And what is the cause? The desert is the cause. So the effect is no different from the cause. So what you see is actually a desert, but which appears as a water. So like that, the bijam, I am the root cause. I am the cause of this sarva bhutanam. Buddhir buddhimadam asmi tejas tejasvinamaham. Tejasvinam tejaha aham. I am that brilliance among the people who are tejasvis. Right? So this is the meaning of this. We'll continue with our next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu.